small town girl, living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, a smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share the night. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights and people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill, playing anything to roll the dice, just one more time. Some will win, some will lose, some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends, it goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting up and down the boulevard. Their shadows searching in the night. Street lights and people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Street lights, people. Don't stop believing. Hold on. Street lights, people.
Hey, y'all. Are we live? It's my buttons. I don't know. StreamYard's doing some silly things right now. Craig, that's cool. Hey, Craig, Blue, Cheryl, Pat. It's good to see all of y'all. Did I miss Meat Puppet? And I hope things get better for you, and I understand. Pam, Jason, leave anybody out. Daniel, good to see you. Damon, good to see you. Be charming. Pam, did I already say Pam? Oh, hello, Pam again. Okay, I think I got everybody. Don't you freeze up on me too, chat. Doc P, good to see you. Cola. Oh, Cola. um, and Melissa, good to see you. So the title has a reason. Hey, Bob. I think some may think that I'm a Debbie Downer. um, hey, John, good to see you. It's okay. Chessboard, good to see you. I don't I don't believe everything I see in here. I don't look at it straight on. I look at it all the way around. If I'm looking at a snow globe, I want to see every detail. And so I look at things a little differently, I think. And I hope I'm not doomerism buzzkill, really. Okay, y'all. Well, I do have questions. And I just, I, I always have questions. Y'all know this. It's, and I'm going to show you a video of why I always have questions and why I'm not trusting the plan. Whatever the plan is, I'm standing. Benjamin, good to see you. Jason, I know. We're the outcasts. And think you'd be charming. I don't. I go outside and I see the beauty every day. I see the beauty in just waking up. I, I see the beauty in all of y'all. I see God working through all of us in every way. And that's the don't stop believing. Excuse me. Okay. I have heard over and over the genocide of us through everything since 2020 and still to this day. Yet we allow it or expect the government to fix everything for us. Yet they block us if we try to fix it. But what are we if we call for the executions of people, if we sit in a coliseum to watch, cheering it on? Isn't that what we are doing? Being the judge and jury? Is it guilty until proven innocent or innocent till proven guilty? Who is the real enemy? The ones that walk free among us without any consequences. I am for justice being served, if possible by trial. I've heard, and it's like, okay, who's good and who's evil? I think that's the biggest thing that we're having a difference of opinion in. Excuse me. Ever since they moved, allergies. Canine man, good to see you. Random, good to see you. I'm, man, I'm missing some people. Stands alone, good to see you. Sitting here reading my notes. Yes, Jason, thank you. um, when I say they are all in on it, by allowing it knowingly, aren't they just as guilty? But then I hear get rid of all dams. Isn't that kind of contradictory? What happens when whomever says get rid of all Christians or all conspiracy theorists or all patriots or all that resist? Those are the questions I have. Who's sane or who's crazy? Who determines? Exactly. Hey, 420, good to see you. Jerry, dang it, Jerry. I'm Lone Wolf, good to see you. See, that's where I have a difference of opinion. I am surrounded by ranches and farms. They work their butts off and they are protected. Steve-O, good to see you. Okay. Wait. I'm we are moving fast. Yes, Cola. Hopefully not, Jason. Y'all are having a spitball fight. Okay, cool. Everything is futile, grasping at the wind, nothing new under the sun. That's good. Random, thank you. Okay, I am going to share this video. Um, I don't know how many will remember it, but we will see. Um, Here we go.
This is not speculation. Every detail in this episode comes directly from declassified U.S. government documents. In April of 1961, the United States launched a secret invasion of Cuba. It was supposed to be quick, surgical, quiet, but instead it became one of the greatest foreign policy disasters in American history. Over 1,400 CIA-backed exiles stormed the beaches of the Bay of Pigs, and within 3 days, they were either captured, killed, or forced to surrender. The plan had been to overthrow Fidel Castro. What America got instead was a global embarrassment. In the months that followed, something changed inside the United States national security apparatus. Publicly, Washington claimed restraint. Privately, it was a different story. Behind closed doors, military leaders believed the only way forward was war. But with the American people still reeling from a failed invasion, public support wasn't guaranteed. That's when a new plan was drafted. One that would guarantee outrage, one that would rally the nation, and one that, if approved, would cross a line no republic should ever entertain. A plan that, if executed, would have killed innocent Americans on American soil, just to start a war. The plan called for hijackings, bombings, staged funerals, even a fake airliner explosion. And none of it was coming from a foreign enemy. It came from the Pentagon. This wasn't a rogue idea scribbled on a napkin. This was signed off by the Joint Chiefs of Staff. They called it Operation Northwoods. So why would a U.S. military plan a false flag terror attack on its own people? And what does it say about the lines our leaders are willing to cross when they think no one's watching? Let's try and find out.
Hello, I'm Mike Droberg, Marine Corps veteran and filmmaker, and we will try to answer these questions on today's episode of Forgotten History.
The Bay of Pigs wasn't just a military disaster, it was a psychological one. For the CIA, it was a gut punch. For the Pentagon, a humiliation. And for the Kennedy administration, a PR nightmare. What most Americans didn't realize was that President John F. Kennedy had only been in office for 3 months when the invasion began. He hadn't created the plan, he had inherited it. A cockamamie CIA scheme hatched under the Eisenhower administration that was already in motion by the time he took the oath of office. The invasion had been sold as airtight, but in reality, it was underfunded, poorly coordinated, and based on wildly optimistic assumptions about the Cuban people rising up against Castro. They didn't. The world watched as America's covert operation fell apart in real time. Castro paraded prisoners in front of cameras. Khrushchev mocked U.S. weakness. And inside Washington, patience wore thin. And once given the green light, the failure landed squarely on Kennedy's shoulders. The Joint Chiefs of Staff, America's top military leaders, began pushing for something far more aggressive. They didn't want another half-baked mission. They wanted a full-scale invasion of Cuba. But there was a problem. The American people weren't interested in another war. Not after Korea, not after the Bay of Pigs. And without public outrage, there could be no political mandate for military action. That's when a new idea emerged. Not one based on intelligence or diplomacy, but on manipulation. If they couldn't win the hearts and minds honestly, they'd manufacture the crisis themselves. And in March of 1962, the U.S. Department of Defense submitted a proposal that would send shockwaves through history, though the public wouldn't learn about it for another 35 years. The proposal was called Operation Northwoods. And it came directly from the Joint Chiefs of Staff, America's highest-ranking military brass. And it wasn't just one bad idea, it was a checklist of chaos. The plan outlined a series of false flag operations, attacks that would appear to be carried out by Cuba but were actually staged by the U.S. government. The goal? Create a public justification for a full-scale military invasion. Some of the suggestions read like scenes from a dystopian screenplay. They included fake hijackings of commercial airlines blamed on Cuban agents, bombings in Miami, Washington, and even inside U.S. military installations. A drone airliner, painted to match a real passenger flight, would be remotely destroyed over Cuban waters. A list of fake victims, complete with staged funerals, would be published to sell the illusion. They even considered sinking a U.S. Navy ship and faking Cuban sabotage, or staging a deadly riot among Cuban exiles in Florida, supposedly incited by Castro's agents. The memo even referenced history itself, suggesting a new Remember the Maine incident, a nod to 1898 when the mysterious explosion of a U.S. warship triggered war with Spain. They wanted to follow the same blueprint, manufacture a tragedy, blame the enemy, and rally the nation. One memo proposed assassinating Cuban refugees or American civilians to generate a helpful wave of indignation across the country. These weren't theoretical suggestions buried in the footnotes. They were written in plain language, deliberate, cold, methodical. And most disturbing of all, the Joint Chiefs of Staff didn't just brainstorm the plan, they signed off on it. The document was approved by General Lyman Lemnitzer, chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and delivered to the Secretary of Defense in March of 1962. The final decision now rested with one man, the President of the United States. The Northwoods proposal was submitted to Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara, and from there, it made its way to the President. John F. Kennedy was just over a year into his first term, still weathering the blowback from the Bay of Pigs, still battling his own military leadership behind closed doors. But this time, the Joint Chiefs of Staff had gone too far. Operation Northwoods wasn't a military plan. It was a blueprint for domestic terrorism. The document was signed and endorsed by the most powerful generals in America. General Lyman Lemnitzer, General Curtis LeMay, General George H. Decker, Admiral George W. Anderson, Jr., and General David M. Shoup. General Lyman Lemnitzer wasn't some loose cannon. He was a decorated World War II veteran, a key architect of Cold War defense strategy, and the most powerful military officer in the United States, which made his approval of Northwoods all the more chilling. These weren't fringe actors. These were the Pentagon's top brass. And President Kennedy, he rejected it. No edits, no debate, no discussion. He shut the whole thing down. Lemnitzer was quietly pushed out months later, reassigned to a NATO command. And Northwoods was buried, locked away in the classified vaults of the Pentagon, where it remained hidden for over 35 years. Operation Northwoods was never carried out, but its existence tells us something critical, not just about the Cold War, but about power. In 1962, the top military minds of America proposed terror attacks on its own people. And they did it so confidently because they believed the ends justified the means. That alone should have sparked a national scandal, but it didn't. Northwoods remained buried until 1997, when it was uncovered through a sweep of documents released by the JFK Assassination Records Review Board. The plan sat untouched in the Pentagon archives for decades, until a handful of researchers started asking the right questions. And by then, all of the architects were gone. And the Cold War they hoped to escalate was long over. For historians, it became a case study in how far democracy can drift behind closed doors. For others, it raised darker questions. Why would a government even consider something like this? What else might have been proposed and buried? Operation Northwoods wasn't some isolated idea. Elements inside the U.S. government had long considered psychological warfare and staged provocations. From World War II deception operations to Cold War contingency planning, The logic was always the same. If public opinion won't go where you want it, give it a push. But most of all, what would have happened if Kennedy had said yes? In the months after he rejected Northwoods, his relationship with the Joint Chiefs deteriorated. He grew increasingly skeptical of the CIA, the Pentagon, and even his own advisors. He publicly stated he wanted to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it into the winds. And then, on November 22nd, 1963, John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas. Officially, there's no connection. But unofficially, Operation Northwoods remains one of the most compelling exhibits in the long, dark shadow of the JFK conspiracy theories. Because once you learn that America's own generals drafted a plan to kill Americans for political gain, suddenly the unthinkable doesn't seem so far-fetched. Let us know your thoughts about Operation Northwoods in the comment sections below.
Thank
I've been reading y'all's comments. Very good. That's our history lesson for the day. So my question would be, what's to stop them from doing it again? When everyone was all excited about the government, the generals that were, there was quite a few of them, going to talk to, I think it was Trump. I don't know. I was just watching. Yes, they did. 9/11. And that's why I just don't, no matter who's up there, I just can't believe that they're for the people until I actually see everything changed. When I see the law go back to the way it used to be, when I see you're innocent until proven guilty, when I see judges follow their oath and do what they're supposed to do instead of the minor offenses that are sitting in jail, just blows me away. But yet you can go take out a whole family and be okay, whether it's in jail or not. Exactly, Andy. I found old. Support you for a moment, but I need some support back. So really. Okay. Y'all subscribe to Holy Skunk. Heck, good to see you. No, they do not have their own constitution. K9 men, that's why on Mondays we're doing what we're doing to learn the Constitution learn how to use it to get things back to the way they're supposed to be. Warp speed, anyone? Right, Andy? Indy, do you mind putting Holy Skunk's link in chat, please? Thank you. That was quick. All right, I'm going to drop the link. Let's see what kind of craziness we can get going up here. Again, not looking for craziness, but you never know. No, that's not an independent bot. She's real. She has a live on Friday night. Holy Skunk, you need to go check it out. All right, let's see. There's the link if anyone wants to come. Have I seen Stryker? Not today. He was at Cola's last night. I might have got a text from him today. He works a lot. Y'all wouldn't believe. Sean is like, but Holy Skunk, I don't know you to let you on panel yet. I need to just see you talking in chat, and I'm sorry. we get to know our people before we let them on panel. We have to take precautions. Sorry.
Hello.
Hey, Meat Puppet, how are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good.
I'm looking for a place to pull over for the night. I'm done playing in traffic with all the people behaving stupidly.
Hey, Watt Life.
I was going to say, I'm pretty good at starting chaos. I'm sure between me and Watt, we can come up with something if you really want some.
No.
No?
Good.
All right. I just want to give you options. If you're looking for chaos, I'm sure me and Watt could get something started.
Skunk, just keep talking to us in chat until we get to know you, and then we'll see what happens.
It takes time, Skunk. I know before I came up on panel, I was talking to chat for quite a while.
Yes, I'm
That was an interesting video you played, though.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, like I mentioned in the chat, they did do it again. As soon as you mentioned in the video, it mentioned that, I'm like immediately jumped to 9/11. I'm like, they did do it again.
Yes.
And who knows how many other times since then.
Yeah.
Since the original proposal that they've pulled that out of the woodwork, as it were. I'm just hoping there's some spots along this curb by this distribution center where I can find a place to park. And it looks like there is.
Skunk, that sounds good. Keep doing the good work.
As far as Watt ain't come up already. So what did I miss?
Honking also.
Sorry, what did I miss yesterday after I signed off and went to bed? Anything interesting?
Cola was live last night.
Well, I know when I left, there was Watt and End of the World, and everybody else was still going at it.
Oh, you're talking about the night before last.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry. My days run together. I say last night, it could have been 2 years ago.
I understand. Yeah, that got a little,
Got a little out of hand, did it?
not out of hand. Strong men with strong opinions and.
Oh, that kind of spicy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that tends to happen when you get strong opinions around.
That's okay.
Well, yeah. No, I mean, I've got strong opinions. I've had to have a lot of practice at learning how to control it. And
and
not
that's
let
the
it
thing.
get the best of me, as it were.
Yes, it is when it starts feeling like an attack on somebody, then it might be, okay, cool off a minute.
Right. Well, no, and that's, and some people learn this early on in their lives, some don't. The only thing you can genuinely control is how you respond. You can't control what other people do or say. You can only control how you respond, because that's essentially that's life. Life is 90%, if I remember the quote right. 90% how you respond to stuff, and 10% what actually happens to you.
Yep.
I believe is how that quote goes. And that's all you can really do is just control what comes out of your mouth.
Skunk, you're not wasting time.
No, definitely not.
Anything you're doing, and that's it. Each person has something to offer.
Oh, hey, I got a new subscriber on my channel from 420 Wild Dragon. Well, thank you, if they're still in chat. That's pretty cool.
Cruising Carpenter, good to see you.
I haven't had a new subscriber on my tiny little channel in ages. Not that I ever really post content, mind you.
So, have y'all heard this one? So I'm not going to be able to see the chat while I read this. Hey, Kush, good to see you. Kush, George was up here Tuesday night.
Yeah, I was gonna say he was up here Tuesday. With his End of the World channel, is what he came out on under. But yeah, that was interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna read this. This is something that I just got not very long ago. Okay. See if y'all heard it. Since everybody keeps talking about aliens. An unidentified flying object reportedly crashed into a cornfield and exploded in the eastern Poland village of Ossini early Wednesday, August 20th morning, the Polish news agency PAP reported via Associated Press. The incident took place at around 2 a.m. local time. Local authorities found burned metal and plastic debris at the scene, as well as windows broken in nearby houses, though no injuries were reported. No violations of Polish airspace from the neighboring countries of Ukraine nor Belarus were recorded prior to the incident, according to Poland's Armed Forces Operational Command. Defense Minister, I can't say that name, later said that the object was suspected to be a drone, confirming that analysis had already begun to determine whether it was used for military or smuggling. Both civilian and military investigators were participating in the investigation at the crash site, according to Lebanon District Prosecutor. We have a lot of manpower. We have the Army to help us. I hope that we will be able to finish the operation by the evening. Did y'all hear that one?
Yeah, I know. That was that the thing that was spotted in outer space, or was this just something that actually more local that crashed?
No, it crashed, and they're thinking it's a drone, but
That would be my guess, based on
investigating.
what you read. Would be my assumption is it would be a.
So what I found interesting about that article, though, is that the civilians and the military are investigating together. When have you ever seen that happen here?
Almost never anywhere that I'm aware of. And usually, if it is, that means either there's things that the military is not telling the civilians, or they're both in it together. It could be it could be some kind of news classified aircraft that they're still testing out, and then it crashed or something.
But at the same time, they're investigating together. They're willingly investigating together, and they don't allow us to do that. It's
right. That's what I'm saying.
You can't
like,
come near this site. Everything.
Yeah,
we're pushed away from everything. Let's hide it. Let's whatever.
Yeah,
and then we have to trust their investigation and what they tell us that it was, instead of seeing hands-on what it is ourselves.
Well, right. And I don't trust politicians, but to be fair, I don't trust anyone. Well, actually, there are 4 exceptions to that, my general rule of not trusting anyone. Well, there was 6 at one point, but I think there's only still 2 currently still alive that I give that exemption to. But no, it's one of those things that it's something like that with them working together like that. That almost never happens.
No,
and it's usually never good when it does.
They already have the crash reports made before the crash. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There have been cases of that in the news where they'll post a news article of this event that happened hours before it happens. They probably got that idea from Wildlife, though, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just blame Wildlife. It'll be his fault.
I don't know. He seems to be staying away.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that he's staying away, but you know. Maybe he's just busy.
There you go, Kush. Benjamin, is your electric bill going up? Mine's going up.
But no, you almost never hear of military and civilian investigating together.
No.
They got to be in on it together, or the military's at least trying to steer what they find.
Yep. I'm going to close that and see if that's what's disturbing things.
I don't know. I mean, my truck is idle and it keeps trying to idle shut down every so often if I don't hit the gas pedal.
Oh, not yet. Don't start yet.
What are we not starting yet?
This little
New little thing.
Yeah. Just trying to clear some of the tabs to see if that makes my buttons work a little faster.
Sometimes it's just Streamlabs being ignorant.
So there is one more. Well, maybe I should just put the link to that one in the chat for y'all to check out when you have time. I'll do that. Because it's
I haven't heard any news about either the North or the South Antarctic lately, Kush, to be honest.
it's about 25 minutes long, so yeah, I'll just put the link in chat.
That's a long video.
It's a new message from Anonymous.
Oh yeah, they were. Didn't they just threaten somebody?
I don't know that I heard anything about a threat.
Well, they put out some statement recently that they I forget. I didn't get a chance to hear exactly what it was, but made some public statement about something or other. I'm not 100% sure on what. I don't remember.
I don't know. I haven't even listened to the whole thing yet. Just the message is at the beginning. And wait, who crashed? What?
I don't think anybody crashed that I'm aware of.
Have a good night, Tuck. Okay. No, Tuck's gonna crash.
Oh, Tuck's gonna crash. Okay. Well, Tuck can crash as long as he's not out driving a vehicle. Ugh.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Chessboard, for
Day.
that link. Our wildlife, everything. All of a sudden, all these diseases are just popping up out of nowhere. You know?
Imagine that.
Yeah. Totally normal. Totally
Oh yeah,
normal.
totally normal. Nothing to see here. Move on.
So, okay, here's a good one. And the other two I have are good. Oh, what are you doing hiding down there? Hey, what?
Oh, just so you know, you're completely out of waters, snacks, and toilet paper in the green room. Been back there a while.
Oh darn! I thought I'd replace those. I meant to replace them.
It's all good. I put a tip in the tip jar. Should cover it.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Evening, everybody.
Thank you for
Happy
letting me.
Friday Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a long day.
I know you're excited about Thursdays.
I'm excited about every day. Sometimes Thursdays too.
That's good.
One day closer to the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we got a little bit of rain earlier. That was nice. I didn't have to water.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, same here. And I thought it was done. And then a flood advisory came across my phone. It said a flood advisory until 8 a.m. Sunday. And I looked, and it's a whole nother cell coming in about an hour.
Is it coming from that hurricane that's going up the coast?
Oh, I'm sure it has some effect on it.
Well, I was gonna say
That massive.
It's mostly Virginia and North Carolina, I think, that are mostly affected right now.
I think, and I think
Well,
it
it's
downsized a little bit, but I know at one point today they tracked that, and once it shrunk, it was still like 500 something miles in diameter. You know,
yeah.
Yeah.
but thank God
That,
no direct landfall, because I think at its peak it was like 800 miles wide. That's a couple states wide.
well, I can remember when we used to kind of hope for a hurricane just to get some rain, and so
Yeah.
I know that they do produce rain.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot more rain this summer than we did last summer. Thank God. Last year, only rain we got was attached to a hurricane
Yeah,
in my area.
darn.
But yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna share a good news story,
All right.
All right.
and this is one of your local girls. What like?
All right. Let's see here.
$10 old. All right, come on. Let me start it at the beginning. Are you gonna? Nope, not gonna let me. Ah,
the country.
We have our first brown egg.
And now she's celebrating something even bigger.
What is this? This is bigger than any egg that we ever had.
Every new sprout, every fresh discovery,
This has to be a double yolk.
shaping not just her farm, but her future.
She just wanted to grow. And once she found her love of just wanting to grow, I think that blossomed into what you see today.
These are sugar baby watermelons.
Her mom, Ursula, says Kendall is leading their family farm.
They're not quite ready yet.
And leading by example.
We're just following the 10-year-old and her dream.
And where Kendall's headed, she's planting a whole new vision for what success can grow into.
I'm not like the first 10-year-old to get a full ride scholarship.
I literally was like, we do that? That can be done?
South Carolina State University awarded Kendall Ray a full ride scholarship. She's the youngest certified farmer in the country.
We have our first brown egg.
And now she's celebrating something even bigger.
What is this? This is bigger than any egg that we ever had.
Every new sprout, every fresh discovery.
That's awesome. It's awesome to see
10
kids getting involved in stuff like that.
yes, and full ride scholarship. That's awesome.
That is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, Pat, I just got that too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I wonder what part of, well, I could probably look it up. I wonder what part of Georgia they're in.
The part where they live?
Yeah, well, it
Yeah.
said a Georgia girl. I don't think they specific. I don't know. I might have missed. They might have said this town or the city.
No, they didn't.
But yeah,
I didn't
that's a
see.
cool story.
But if you find
Yeah.
out the name of the news station, you can find out what area the station is located. It'll give you a rough idea.
It's like anything. You get kids involved in it at an early age. It sticks with them, you know. Even if
Yes.
they don't take it on right then, later on in life, something clicks. They think about it, and maybe they start doing it again, you know.
Yep.
But at least that
Yeah.
foundation is set, you know. Kids absorb a lot of stuff like that so early at an early age.
Yeah. And all it takes is a little parental support. If they're
It-
eager to learn something and passionate about it, support them in it and look how far you can go.
Especially did it with food and sustainability, you know, that's always a plus.
Yes.
Yeah, I like a good sugar baby watermelon. Some good stuff. That or you get you one of them good Georgia rattlesnake watermelons. That's a good one.
Yep. Yes, children are sponges. That's my little granddaughter. She loves being out there in the garden with me. And she loves eating from the garden. And that's the way we were whenever we were young, when my grandmother had a huge garden. Man, I know I saved
I
not
graduated high school in 2007, and I don't know if they still have this program, but at the time they had a program called FFA. No, it was FFA, the Future Farmers of America. It was like a class you could take in high school. Did y'all have something
yes,
like that?
we do. We have
Yep.
FFA and FHA also.
Yeah, we had.
What is
I think.
FHA?
Future Homemakers of America.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the FFA, the Future Farmers, and then there was what was the other one? Something related to the they called it 4-H.
4-H. Yeah, I remember the 4-H.
Yeah.
That's it. 4-H is Future Homemakers.
Huh.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the high school I had, the Future Farmers of America, they studied and did different stuff, but like during schools just started back, but like in spring and stuff, they would have grow like plants. It's a lot of stuff from seeds in the greenhouse, and have like plant cells and stuff to fund other little stuff for them.
Oh, okay. It's different. 4-H, FHA is
I don't remember what 4-H was. I know we had it. It was a thing. I don't know if it's
yes.
still a thing.
We have all of it, and
I don't even remember the 4-H's.
seems like, but they're all connected, sort of. I mean, the farmers and ranchers are involved in all of it. My daughter, she was FFA. She was doing competition with entomology, is insects. And then my granddaughter was an FFA, and she was, oh man, the title just went.
Head, heart, hands, and health. That was the 4-H's.
Yes. But she did like, was it Creed? Speaking and writing up creeds, I think.
And she was in the 4-H doing that?
Hey, Anthony. No, FFA in
Okay.
school. FFA is in school. The other two are outside of school, I believe. Because we used to
Yeah.
go to meetings also, but they were in a building somewhere.
Seemed like I was in elementary school, and we used to have this lady that came and talked to us every so often throughout the school year, and she would give us these books, these little catalogs to sell stuff, and it would just be, I don't know, all type of stuff. But it
Mhm.
seemed, no, that wasn't 4-H, that was Easter seals.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a catalog, and you sell stuff, and then like whoever sold the most stuff, you get a prize or something, however it went.
Yeah, we had something like that where they sold magazines. Was it? Well, I don't know, because we had a meat program where they sold um, meats and fruits, and then um, then they also had the magazines, and with that one, they would get a limousine ride to Mr. Gaddy's. It was
Huh.
usually where it was, and they would have a BMX bicycling exhibition, I guess. It was kind of cool. That was the limousine that I was trying to ride in.
Oh
It
yeah, that would have been
months
sweet.
ago.
Shoot, a kid in a limousine. You'd be like Macaulay Culkin in Lost at Home Alone 2, you know?
Yes. Oh, and the world famous chocolate bars. That was through the um, soccer and baseball little league stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I remember they used to do that. They had a box full of chocolates.
It's Hearts, Hands, and Health, largest American youth development and leadership organization.
But I remember the kids that was in the Future Farmers of America. When you were in there, you got a jacket. It was almost kind of like a sports or Letterman's jacket, you know? It had
Yeah,
like you get your name on it, and then it had like you get like I guess they got different patches for doing different stuff, whatever, different iron-on patches or whatever.
it would have the emblem. Yeah, yep.
Um,
My son was in that too, actually. Chessboard said he still has a blue ribbon from electronics in 4-H when he was 11.
nice.
Cool. Echo is in 4-H, small engines. So it's kind of like a trade thing, maybe?
It covers a lot of different things. From when I looked into it, from science to agriculture to civics,
Yeah,
um, I guess medicine or whatever, health.
yeah. Yeah, my daughter's letter jackets from soccer, of all things. They were in archery. They were in a lot of competitive.
I imagine many schools wouldn't have archery anymore. I don't know.
Well, we do here.
That's
Thank
good, you know.
goodness.
They used to
Yes.
have it at a lot more schools, you know.
Yeah.
The school my mom went to high school at, they had archery and equestrian. You could ride horses there.
Yes. Well, um, they went to summer camps for the horses, learning ground at complete
Yeah.
train. But
And even something like that would be specific, you know. I mean, you could see it in some urban areas, but it would be more rural, you know, I think.
yeah, and the cool thing about the archery competitions, they were a good ways away. It would be an overnight trip, and but it was this huge building, and so inside of it, NRA would have a display of NRA stuff
Yeah.
and like a lot of sportsman things.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Different booths and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, giving away a lot of freebies,
Oh, yeah.
bumper stickers, and
Yeah. Cups, koozies, all type of whatnots.
yes, yes,
I love it. I don't never use none of that stuff, but I get it. I like the freebies.
yes. So,
Probably got like 100 hats like that, just the little freebie hats that never would. I can't even fit them. You know, it's just
oh,
yeah.
so have y'all heard of the Englishman in Texas?
Not right off.
He is been getting a lot of his feeds. He's an Englishman. he married a Texas girl,
He
and
moved to Texas.
yep,
Oh
and
wow, that was a big difference in weather and climate.
so this is one of his little shorts. He's pretty neat. He'll talk about the language. He'll talk about um, how it. So he's wanting to travel around Texas, I guess, and video it. And
Huh.
but like he was saying, I didn't know that there was a rule on how to park your truck. And he said, I'm just pulled my truck up under the trees to park it in the shade and found out I was parking wrong. You're supposed to back it in. The rule is you have to back in your pickup. And he said, I never heard of this rule. But this one is pretty cool. This is
Well, if it's where I can, I usually back in. You never know. You know, it's
yes,
easier to pull straight out than have to back out or something. You have to get out quick.
absolutely. But he describes this is how we roll. I really like his description of so his truck broke down. He's wanting to travel around and do this step, and this is a follow up on that.
A lot of people don't understand this about Texas, but there's a lot of heart in Texas. They're helpers, they're doers. And that became very evident to me over the last few days when over the weekend I posted a video because my beloved truck Steve, who I've had for 11 years, just conked out, gave up the ghost. And immediately Texas was there to help. And I don't just mean my two Texan brother-in-laws or my Texan buddy who drove down the road to help diagnose the problem. I'm talking about the hundreds upon hundreds of Texans who got into the comments and tagged people and tried to sort of help me out and diagnose the issue. Unfortunately, there was no good fix. He got towed, he got taken away, and he got given a pretty bad diagnosis, which was a broken timing belt. In fact, I actually have a piece of Steve right here. Situation was pretty poor, and I have to be honest, I was pretty bummed. But from that point on, Texas, you really tried everything you could to help. I had so many people reach out with suggestions, offers of places to take the truck. I had someone as far down as Houston said, if you can get the truck here, we'll get it fixed for you. I had someone from about an hour and a half away offer to drive over and fix it. And he's like, I don't take money, I take beer. I'll get your truck running for you. I had somebody offer to set up a GoFundMe. The guys from ATX Surf down in Austin offered me their spare truck for as long as I needed. And that's just kind of like, if that doesn't boil down Texas, I don't know what does. That so many of you saw an issue, so many of you wanted to help with that issue, and so many of you had solutions to that issue at the same time. And I can't imagine or think of any other place where I've been where that kind of response would happen. On top of that, every day since then, I've had so many people reaching out, asking for updates on Steve. And as a lot of you know, that a timing belt issue, when that goes, the chance, because it's an interference engine, everything gets bent and it destroys everything. And it was pretty much game over. Except, of course, I do drive a 2001 Toyota Tundra. He's alive! So you heard it here first. Steve is up and running. Thank you all for your concern and for your help. And now my plans of a road trip are back on. I've taken some of your suggestions and I have a potential idea because there is something about me you don't know. I've never caught a fish in my life. And my brothers-in-law have invited me down to the coast. Let's see what happens, shall we?
Oh, that was cool. Said
Yeah,
the whole state of Texas showed up.
right? He must be pretty popular to have such a reach, but yeah, everybody keeps talking about how bad Austin is. We got a spare truck. Let you use it.
Do you know what the state motto is of Texas?
Don't mess with Texas. What?
The state motto of Texas, they say, is friendship, and it was adopted as the state motto in 1930. They say the motto was most likely uh, the motto friendship was most likely chosen because of the name Texas or Tejas, but it was a Spanish pronunciation by the local Indian tribes, and it comes from the word uh, TeYshas, Texas, or Thecas, Tejas, meaning friends or allies.
Hmm. Interesting. I think we even have a town called Friendship.
I don't know. It's weird. I like looking into stuff like that, different state mottos or, you know,
Yeah.
state birds or what just random stuff like that.
I just know when you're driving into Texas on the big sign, it says, don't mess with Texas.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good one. When you come into Georgia, it's got a big sign that says "We messed with Texas and survived."
There you go.
No, that's pretty cool.
Well, I hope she doesn't poke a hole in the wall. My daughter went riding her bike. She was watching traffic, ran over some glass, got a flat tire,
Mm.
and it's the back one. And apparently, that's where all the stuff is for a e-bike. And she's in there trying to figure out how to take it apart. Not outside, in the living room.
Sounds about right. Figure it
Yeah.
out.
She inherits that on the other side from her daddy.
I seen this guy riding his bike down the road the other day, and man, he had the whole shabam. He had the pump. It looked like he had a whole spare bike just attached to his bike, riding with it. I said, man, yep. It's a guy that's done been through some stuff in life. He's definitely prepared at this moment.
Yeah. Hodgkins, named after a disease. Oh my goodness, Benjamin. My daughter has that,
Mm.
my youngest. No, I'm sorry. I lied. Hashimoto's, not Hodgkins.
Mm.
It doesn't slow her down. It's
That's
treatable.
good.
Yep. That's the thing. Keep on going. Whatever you're going through.
That's it.
You have a good night. Kush. A good
Not
rest.
good. It's good morning or good night over there. I think it's good morning for him.
Bar owner out of the Budweiser poster. Straddling a bull. Oh, that's cool, Chester. But wait. Oh, the bull was laying on the ground. Okay. I was going to say, what? So I heard a rumor today. I didn't save it. It was a little short that they are dismantling alligator Alcatraz and moving the people. I don't know where. Be kind of curious to see where. I just saw Walmart and I was like, after the conversation last night,
You never know with Wally World. You never know what you're going to get there.
right?
The best thing Walmart ever had going when it was 24 hours and you could go in there at like 2:30 in the morning and you would just see the wildest stuff in the world, you know? Can't even do that no more.
Wait, that's not it. There's a lot of good people. If you can't find one, be one. That's a good saying. Moving to a Walmart near you. Not any of ours near.
Just hire them all as greeters. You just start seeing all these Walmart greeters popping up everywhere.
I would imagine if they were to do that, it would be the big city ones, maybe. I don't know.
Man.
I don't know. So, there's also this thing. It's called, I wrote it down. Hostile agriculture. So,
Hostile agriculture.
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard that term.
I think I do have a video on that. Actually. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I can see it's not going in a good way with children, especially, and Cornhusker Flink. Are you serious, Chessboard? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I heard that. Cornhusker clink.
I hadn't heard that.
Kozda, a former university teacher who struggled with homelessness, was sleeping on a garden bench when he fell over a garden hedge and was impaled by metal spikes. His death, ruled an accident, was the direct result of deliberate urban design. Cities around the world have adopted infrastructure specifically designed to deter homeless people. Devices like metal spikes are part of what's known as hostile architecture, built not for safety or beauty, but to prevent people like Pavel from resting or even existing in public space. From jagged spikes to slanted benches and segmented seatings, these features are now common in public spaces such as Philly's Love Park, as well as airports, museums, and bus stops. The message is clear. If you're homeless, you don't belong. But the consequences go beyond discomfort. They can be deadly. In cities, heat rises faster and shade is rare. Benches are broken up, sidewalks are blocked. Homeless people are 200 times more likely to die of heat than housed people. And yet, cities keep building environments meant to push them out, not to protect them. Hostile architecture has roots in segregation, in policing public spaces, and in shaping cities around shopping and not shelter. If we really want progressive cities, it starts with housing, because no one should die for needing a place to rest. Thank you for watching Invisible People's Homelessness News. Be sure to comment below and let us know your thoughts about the story we shared today.
Yeah.
I completely misunderstood you. I thought you said hostile agriculture, like growing,
Yes.
but hostile architecture. Yeah, okay.
Architecture.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah. And so now there's nowhere to sit and take a rest if you're walking around. It's it's like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah, I have seen that like in some areas, or like the public transit, the bus system around here. They have these, of course, bus stops, and not all of them have like benches, but some of them used to have a lot more benches, or like one solid bench, and then they replaced it with benches that like it's just wide enough you could sit down. I don't know, like every 2.5 foot, it's got this little handrail or something where yeah, you couldn't really like sit down for a long period of time or stuff like that.
I'm just shocked. I mean, if they've got these spikes, kids, they're going to try and walk on the edge. They're going to try and walk through them. If one of them falls, if that man was on a park bench and fell off into the bushes and it killed him, the stakes did. I've seen them. But yeah, can't lay down to sleep.
Well, I know it's something totally different, but it kind of made me think about it. It was a few years back. The city, they got in a bunch of trouble because I can't remember if it was, but either way, there was some kids out there in the rec department, and unfortunately, a child is no longer with us now, but he got injured. Uh, Something how dealing with the electrical, the entire fence perimeter became electrified, and it
Oh,
shocked them.
goodness.
And the city, they got in a bunch of trouble behind that. How it happened and all that type of stuff. But yeah, it became a big deal. That was probably about 3 or 4 years ago now at one of the rec departments.
Yeah. Cheryl, I would say probably not, because they'll think that you're homeless. And yeah, just having a blanket to throw in the park and sit down, lay down, read a book. How many things is this going to affect?
Just like anything, I think if anything could happen, you see it in the bigger areas first,
Yeah,
bigger cities and stuff like that. I don't know.
it's sad. It is just, I can't believe we're treating American people like that. Excuse me.
Yeah, I know during the summertime, or when it's like real hot or stuff like that, when it gets real hot, a lot of places, what they call them, cool down areas and stuff. They designate certain places where you can go in and cool
Mhm.
down, get you something to drink or whatever.
Yes.
They have different places like that.
Yeah, we have a church that does that.
Yeah, some churches. Yeah,
Cold water and They give away fans here for people who can't afford to run their air. I may start doing that pretty soon. 'Cause my electric bill just keeps going higher and higher. And
Yeah.
it should hopefully start cooling down soon.
Yeah, that's gonna be most people's biggest draw this time of the year, depending on where they're at, your AC, you know.
Yes, John. That is. See if I can show that. My buttons are just not.
They said on the evening news this night we got some colder air coming, but I'll believe it when I see it.
The first time homeless. Not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Indy, that's me. If things keep going the way they are, I mean, and yeah, that's a concern. And so I'm thinking, okay, get an RV. Well, we've seen how they're restricting the RVs also because they're calling them homeless or whatever. Putting more and more restrictions on where they can go. I did write down that lady that I showed the other night about RVs. She had some links to book ahead to
Yeah.
different places. And I know, Andy, I think a lot of us could be in that position. And
Yeah, I know the housing market here is getting ridiculous. I keep seeing all these ads for these ridiculously priced homes, you know. I
yeah,
mean, it's just
that's what I'm seeing. The prices are not going down. But I am seeing some that are just sitting, which has been unusual for several years.
yeah. There's a place not too far from here. I thought about inquiring on, man. It's a beautiful piece of property, got a pond and everything, but it's been sitting for sale for a long time. And I've been thinking, well, they must want too much for it, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a nice setup, don't get me wrong, but something like that in that particular area should have already sold by now.
I can remember when it first started, and because rent here was like, if you paid more than 400, something was wrong. 400 a
Yeah,
month, and then this little 2-bedroom house, they painted it and put a tile shower in it, walk-in shower, and posted a sign out front, and the rent was $750 a month, and people were like, "Oh my goodness, who can afford that?" Well, now the average rent is it was 15 to 2,000, but now I'm seeing 1,700 to 2,000 a month.
yeah. That original 400 what you'd have paid for a month, that ain't even a deposit now.
Yes, and so far they're not putting a limit on how many people can live in a home, but I could see that coming with the illegals. I could see that being another, oh, if you got that many people in the home, something must be going on, something illegal. Hey, Garrett.
What's up, Garrett? Yeah.
And Anthony, that's why we need to take a stand. That's,
For some people, it's always kind of been like that. They've always been kind of like a a multi-family household. People, certain cultures or certain people, but now you start to see it more like a normal thing. People having to do it. It's out of necessity, or they have to.
Yes.
And I see them build these all the new apartment complexes they build around here. Don't get me wrong, they're nice, but I would never uh, live in an apartment. But they have it. They've got the swimming pool, they've got the gym, they've got the stations where you can wash your car and your dog. But the prices on those places are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Some of them's like whatever the thing is now. You got to whatever your rent is. You got to make like 3 or 4 times that a month or something. Thinking, no, that's just too much.
Yeah.
You don't
Those
even
with
have a yard.
Well, and even if you do have family, how many of them want you moving in? I mean,
Yeah,
they feel each person should have their own bedroom, um, no matter what age. That's when I go stay at my daughter's, before the other house was put up there, I'd stay in my granddaughter's room, and she's got a little twin bed, and she's got a fold out. It's about 6 to 8 inches thick. I don't know. You can make it into a chair, but it lays flat, and that's what she'd sleep on.
yeah.
And then, of course, they put TVs in the kids' rooms that's on all night.
Yep.
Red pill, good to see you.
You can see red.
Burning out our fiat. Um, yes, Steve-O, there it is. That's what's going on. What was your first cost for housing when you first entered the market? Hmm. I saw something about that. Um, oh, what was it?
What's that?
The digital currency. I was seeing something about how to resist it. Um, mm, I'll have to look into that more.
I just try to use cash as much as possible.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes that's a little bit harder. Somebody that's maybe on a fixed income or a certain situation where they may get their payments digitally, and then they might not have the way to get out and transfer it to cash or however it may be. So it just you got the option of getting cash, but it just stays digital. Whatever the reason may be.
yeah.
Somebody might be elderly, they can't drive, or they don't have a car, or I don't know how it may work.
Mm, Oh no, John, they're not making it sound like that's the reason they're considering them homeless if they're living in an RV. And so like in the town, um that's one of the things we're working on. They have it right now where you cannot sleep in an RV in town unless you're in the RV park. And so when people have company come over and they just want them to sleep in their RV, they're saying nope, can't do that. If they see lights on in it, then they know.
Even if it's parked in your own driveway or on your own property?
Yes, yes. A girl that I know got a letter from the city about it, and so that's what started it. Was she got a letter, she posted it on our neighbor's page, and so everybody's um,
Shh, the RV Karens.
fighting them right now. Yeah,
I mean, I could
because
see if something was being a nuisance or it was just an all night party bus or something, but if it's just, you know, family, friends, whatever. So what is the light on? People have porch lights.
yeah,
That's wild. I guess I don't know, city by city, county, state varies. Because I don't know. We do a lot of things we do. Customers call us and they want us to come install an RV outlet.
yeah.
So they could,
A lot of people have built a pad with hookups and everything just for that.
hmm You'd be
Government is,
surprised how many calls we get about stuff like that.
yeah, no, I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, you wouldn't, but yes, I mean, some.
Yeah,
Um, and a lot of times it's a simple hookup. Sometimes, unfortunately, they may not have the space in their panel. They've already got it maxed out, and it may be just something. Hey, how much do you want this plug? Is it worth upgrading the panel for?
yeah.
Just depends on each customer's situation.
Well, I know a friend of mine, she had a pop-up camper.
hmm
And there was this lady that was moving here with her son, and they needed a place to stay. And so she let them stay in the pop-up camper. And it was several months until they were able to get a place of their own. They had just moved here. So I'd rather see them do that than living in their car or whatever. She had a son. Yeah, Benjamin. He put out a ton of shorts today. I'll have to go look at those, Red Pill. Red Pill puts out a lot of information.
All right, I'm back.
And I know some people get really passionate about the assembly, and um, it, it's like it's up above you, Anthony. Look up. um,
That was a
but
big light.
to
That's
a
great.
lot of us, that's the way we see we need to get back to the Constitution and making sure that everything is done by the Constitution. And that's it. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It does. learning about it, I guess. But that's why we do Mondays, to try and help everyone understand your rights and kind of what each amendment and article means and how to use it with things that are going on around you in your area. And the states are the ones with the power. That's what surprises me with this thing saying that the states are going to start putting out their national guards. Well, your governor kind of has to be involved in that. And the people, it should be a vote to me whether we want that to happen or not. Seen a lot of people standing up. It was one I had with Missouri. Oh, I got to show that one.
I think there's a bunch of people in the community from Missouri. I've seen a bunch of people mention that.
Yes. And yeah, what's been happening in Missouri? Where is it? That's a funny one. Not the Missouri one. But, well, crud. I really thought I saved it.
Speaking of states, did you know it was today in 1959 that Hawaii becomes the 50th state? Or became the 50th state?
Today in what?
Today in 1959.
59.
Yeah. Just a few years back.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Where did I put that? I've got to share that. Did I share with
There was
you?
another guy that used to come in the community. I can't remember his name, but he said he lived in Missouri somewhere. I don't think he lived in the Ozarks. I think he said he lived like right outside of it.
Who did I share it with? Well, I don't know what I did with it. It's gone. Anyway, Missouri, I can't remember the town. They were going to put a huge data center there, and the citizens went to their city council, and that building was full. They all had red t-shirts on. Red t-shirts seem to be the thing now for saying no. And so anyway, because the township, all the people got together and said, no, we do not want this data center. It's going to mess with our water. It's going to mess with everything. And they got it. There's not going to be a data center put up in that city. And each one of us need to keep doing that. Don't allow it. What was raped?
Was it
It
St.
was.
Charles, Missouri?
Maybe. Why, did you find something on it?
Oh, I was just looking through the web, and that was a possible article that came up.
Be Charming saying Raytown. Wingnut. What? Back in 2021, the UN had a vote for making food and water a fundamental human right. The only two countries that voted against that right was the USA and Israel. Interesting.
I'm gonna post the two links I found. That would probably be it. Probably a lot more, but that's the two I found.
Yes, Steve-O, but we do have to sing. And I think, I don't know what percentage of our military, but if it should be Charming saying St. Charles. I think if it was going against the Constitution and the people, I think that they would say no. St. Charles. Let me see. Pulling it up.
Yeah, I think that was the two links I put in the back chat. I think that was the St. Charles, I believe. We used to have a place downtown on the river as a kid, man. I wish that place would have never left, but it was called Fort Discovery. And you could go in there and they had like everything they had was an interactive exhibit, from all types of stuff, electricity, just all type of stuff. But it closed down and they moved it somewhere. But a couple of different places had it, but eventually it turned into the Georgia Cyber Center, and it's just I forget how big the building is. It's almost like 400 something thousand square feet, and that's
Oh,
all they
wow.
do with that building. It's just cybersecurity stuff, you know.
Yeah. I don't think so, Steve-O. Have some faith.
What's that?
That last comment that he made. I don't know if you can see the comments.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll share this with y'all. Steve, Missouri. Standing up. Maybe. It's just going to sit there and spin.
Of course, then it gives you a lovely T-shirt advertisement. Put your name here.
Go away.
Protesting a large data center that was pulled off the agenda. The St. Charles City Council meeting actually had to move to a bigger venue tonight because of the public outcry over this proposed project. Now, organizers behind the project say they're going back to the drawing board to address community concerns.
Our Sean Logging is live at that meeting where this project is drawing quite the reaction from residents tonight, Sean.
Morgan, Corey, this meeting is still actually going on in this room right over here. Now, the St. Charles City Council had nothing to vote on tonight related to this data center project, but that hasn't stopped hundreds of people from showing up. Now, we just wrapped up about 3 hours of people talking about the data center project, some for, but most were against. In a tide of red showing opposition, a wave of yellow and orange of support, largely from unions. Tuesday, there was a large turnout for a proposed data center in St. Charles by Highway 370 and Harry S. Truman Boulevard.
We're right on top of it. We're right there.
Clifford Spinner says this would be right next to his home, and that raises a host of concerns.
It's horrible when it comes to thinking about the water issues that we have here in St. Charles, the electricity, the noise levels, the whole environmental issue.
The 440-acre site it was slated to go on is in the floodplain and wellhead protection district, where some of St. Charles drinking water comes.
Or that we would allow somebody to build on our water source. That's where we get our clean water. It's already considered a contaminated site.
There's also the process. That is something a representative from CRG Cumulus, the group behind the project, admitted before an audience of hundreds.
We did a bad job at it. We did not get out the information that was necessary.
In trying to lay out
permanent high-paying jobs at this facility. There are construction jobs for all of the skilled tradesmen.
What this project would mean.
Redundancy to the water infrastructure.
Met with mixed reaction. A lack of communication and transparency, Mayor Dan Borgmeyer points to as the downfall of this project.
I can't just go on the web and see who's complaining and make my decision. So I vetted it. I met with people. I looked at other data centers. And there's a lot of good about a data center. There's a lot of bad about a data center. Unfortunately, the bad got all the publicity and the good didn't. Shame on the developer.
The group behind this project says they're going to retool their proposal.
It will come back. It will definitely come back. You know, they want it. They got the money. And it's all about the money, so.
The first day of high school was today.
If this project does come back before the city, we'll have to start the development process with the city from scratch. Now, something that's also been brought up is that the land for this proposed site is currently owned by a cousin of the mayor. Corey?
Yeah, Sean, to that point, speaking with the mayor tonight, what is his response to that possible family connection?
Down there, or maybe Mr. Wellman can't see.
Mayor Borgmeyer tells me that while he knows the family name, he doesn't know the people that actually own this land, and that there's about a handful of generations removed between them. Now, something else he mentioned too is that he nor the city had anything to do with negotiations regarding the land. That was between the project, Clayco, and the landowners.
Obviously, it's a hot topic as that meeting continues there in St. Charles tonight. Sean, thank you.
His cousin owns the property.
Oh, yeah, that
Your
was the
home's
first
also
time
your
I seen that
office.
video. Yeah, how wild is that?
one
His
I s-
cousin just happens to own the land that they're selling.
Right. But they're long removed.
Oh, he doesn't know anything about it. They're many generations removed, but it's your cousin that lives right beside you that owns the piece of land connected to your land, and you don't have no idea about these people? Come on now.
Good night. Be charming. Thank you.
Have a good night, B.
A data center is, okay, we have, I know 3 gigantic ones. We have multiple in small towns. They're all over the place. The big ones are computers, just full of computers. Takes a lot of water to keep it cooled down. Not to mention the electricity. And so that's one of the things here too is y'all heard that our grid was not real great during Snowmageddon. As far as I know, that has not changed.
Yeah.
So, what?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Yeah, that's that's kind of been a topic a few times, the question of the grid. And then I don't know who that lady was that spoke right there before the end of the video. I don't know if she was a commissioner or what her title was, but she said it's going to come up again. But she said ultimately they're probably going to win. They got the money, and the money wins. So,
Yeah, the money wins.
I mean, it's
But Texas, they've been talking about us being short on water for years. Years ago, they were talking about piping water into us from Mexico. So,
what's y'all's major river? Would that be the Colorado?
I think that would be the most major, yes, is the lower Colorado River, not the one that goes up north.
I gotcha.
Yeah, because that one goes right out into the ocean, the lower Colorado River. Well, I don't know, is the Rio Grande ours or Mexico's?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Abbott seems to think it's ours when he put the buoys in. But I guess it's half and half, maybe. I don't know.
It's co-parenting. We'll co-parent the Rio Grande. I don't know. Of course, I live right on the Savannah River, so I mean, there's always that source, if nothing else.
Yep.
I mean, even though I'm downstream, they could still shut it off upstream some type of way. They've been talking about for years, over on the Locking Dam, talking about upgrading it for years. I don't know if they'll ever get around to it, but eventually they're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Shoot, that thing's. I think as it sits, a lot of that stuff's. I forget when they originally. It's about 100 years old. Oh, I seen the story on the news. It's just kind of random. It made me think about it, but it said on the allegedly it was the world's oldest known woman. I think what was she 116 in England? Did you hear about that?
No. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I think I seen it on the local news this evening. Kind of, they always have that. I guess the good story at the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly, she's the world's oldest woman, and I think she's 116.
That's awesome.
I didn't watch the whole clip. I got to go back and watch it when they was interviewing her. I was doing the laundry and the other stuff, but yeah, I seen that. That was pretty cool.
She still have her mind.
I don't know. I need to go back and watch the clip myself. I was doing laundry at the time, so when I seen when it popped up, I'm thinking, dang, 116 years, man, she's seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
If you was still in your right mind and can remember that type of stuff, man, that would be a blessing, to see 100 or 100 plus, but still be in your right mind,
Yes.
I don't want to be 106 and think I'm Chuck Norris or something, that'd be cool, but I don't know. I like to be in my right mind, whatever that may be. I might not never had a right mind. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that what looks like iPads or the watches you see people with now that you can talk to and text and do all that type of stuff,
Yes.
A little digital virtual screen that was in there that you could touch and swipe. We got the swipes and the touches now.
Well, from what I understand, one of them, Elon has two huge complexes, one south of Austin and one north of Austin. And one of them makes chips.
I'm assuming not the kind that goes with a dip.
No.
Hmm.
And then Abilene has Stargate.
Is
And
that the headquarters for Stargate?
I think so, because Trump keeps going there. But
I know Abilene. Well, I've kind of always known a little bit about it or its existence, but I think it was in the news recently about something, Abilene, Texas. I don't remember what for. It was in the news cycle recently.
and I'm kind of surprised that they allowed anything like that. Well, not really, I guess, because that's where the windmill farm is. The turbine
In
farm
Abilene?
is up above Abilene. Yeah.
What's Abilene? What is it mainly known for?
Um,
Agriculture or
I well, when I went there, it looked like everything was dead.
hmm,
Like, um,
like flatlands?
yeah, it's Tornado Alley. Uh,
Oh yeah, just put some wind turbines out there. Let the tornadoes rip them up.
yeah, and so then they just keep. Every so often, I'll see parts come through here going that way.
Oh yeah, I bet. You see that going down the highway, you can't miss it.
Yes, it's oh my gosh, just one blade is like I don't know.
I don't know how big they are.
I'm not good at measuring, but
I mean, heck, I
maybe
imagine it had to be longer than a mobile home.
100 feet,
Oh
100.
yeah, probably yeah.
They're long.
Yeah,
Abilene,
see
no
some
country.
weird stuff around here too. And one day, going down the highway, and this dude comes beside me hauling a helicopter. I said, "Look at this guy. What's he got going on with his life?" He's
Yeah,
probably one of them type of I forget what you call them, like long haulers. Well, they'll haul like pretty much anything that'll fit on the trailer. Probably one of them type of guys just hauling for somebody. But that was pretty funny.
and I've seen helicopters on trailers. Anything that'll fit on a trailer around here, it's on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shoot, if it'll fit, we'll haul it.
Jerry, I think that's everywhere.
They gotta catch us. It's only illegal if they catch us. Yeah, I see some people hauling some sketchy stuff down the road. And I'm thinking, man, ooh, I hope they get to where they're going fast.
Hey, Kiss Off. Good to see you. Yeah, my best friend's father lived in Abilene. I think there's some kind of, is there a base there? There may be, because one of my friends was a mechanic for airplanes in Abilene. But there's a lot of Mennonites around there. And it's kind of why it surprises me. It's like,
I think it says Dias Air Force Base is located there.
guys,
Yeah, it says Dias Air Force Base.
okay.
It's DYESS.
Hmm. Yep. Well, that's where he worked. And he was a mechanic. And so he would have to fly them to make sure that they were okay.
Oh, wow.
Boy, you'd have to really make sure you were on top of it.
Yeah, if you could handle it, I imagine that would be a pretty cool job, you know?
Yeah. He was a vet,
Okay, yeah.
Air Force vet. A lot
Been
of,
around it his whole life.
yeah, I have
Yeah.
a cousin. He's a vet and he's a mechanic on a military base. A lot of them will, I guess they're contractors. Once,
Hmm. Yeah. I had a buddy of mine that did that. He worked, man, he was working on cars. Just, I don't think he ever had a toy or a car, anything. He just probably picked up a wrench with his uncle and his dad because they always had race cars. So, I mean, he was changing out motors and stuff in middle school. But make a long story short, he could work on anything. So he went to some type of program in Atlanta, some type of diesel mechanic program, got the certificate. And I forget how many years he was overseas, but yeah, he was overseas in different places, different army bases, working on stuff. You know, he got to live and see a pretty cool life. He's back here in the States now, but yeah, he did that for several years. Made good money doing it.
cool.
But they give him like hazard pay or certain stuff like that because he was in like certain hot zones. But you know, he made it back home safe.
Storybook capital of America. Really?
Where's that at?
Tate said he did a quick search, says Abilene, Texas is the storybook capital of America.
How about that?
Yeah. There's a lot of Texas I don't know about. It's so big.
Yeah, it's Texas.
Yep. There you go, Wingnut. Agree.
I don't know. I think the guy's in Texas. It's a guy I like watching his videos on YouTube. He does cooking. What is it? Cowboy Kent Rollins. You know
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy, the character. He may be from Texas. I can't remember, but I like watching some of his cooking videos.
I do too. I'm not sure he's from Texas. I was thinking more like Montana or somewhere, but
Could be.
I know we have good steaks in Texas. I've got one in there waiting for me to cook. That's true. You can drive all day and still be in Texas.
You ain't lying. Like, are we there yet? Like, nah, we're still here.
Yeah.
Still here.
Can't remember how many hours from Texarkana to El Paso.
That's from border to border, or from
Yeah. And
state line
then
to state line.
from Brownsville to, I don't know what's in the tip of the panhandle.
I don't think nobody really knows. It's just there.
I think Amarillo is the closest, maybe, to the state line up in the panhandle.
Yeah, you could just make an entire journey just going from county to county. All 200 and something counties y'all have.
Yeah. I'm looking chessboard. Texarkana to, come on. Get on. That's
It says y'all have what 254, and Georgia's right behind y'all with 159.
It does say 12 hours. I was thinking it was more like 16.
Yeah.
I guess that's driving straight through nonstop. Fastest route hauling, but I don't know.
Pass by that sign that says "Fill up now." Last stop.
Excuse me. Yes, because once you hit 10 towards El Paso, it's slim pickings from there. I think that's where my mother broke down. Well, the air conditioner in her truck quit working, and she got pretty sick from that.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's coming up here with you, and I need to be excused for just a second.
All right. Go ahead.
You got it?
I don't know. I didn't know I had it. I didn't know it was an option. Yeah, it's starting to rain again a little bit here. It's nice though. It feels like it's about 15 degrees cooler than it was this time yesterday. Yeah. Last call for Petro. Oh yeah. Yeah, I-20, yeah, it isn't too far from me. Depending on where I'm having to go for work each day, I mean, it's a good chance I'll have to get on I-20. It ain't too bad because most of I-20 through my area is just like little country, you know? It isn't too bad. And anytime there's a severe storm, they always say, oh, the storm's traveling down the I-20 corridor. Good evening, Cynthia. Or maybe good morning. I don't know, wherever you may be. KS's greatest hits. That's when you know you're a real internet villain, when you have the greatest hits, you know? Definitely not the one hit wonder if you got a greatest hits compilation. But wait, there's more. For additional $15.99 plus shipping and handling, you can get a box of complimentary crickets.
What are you selling?
Have you a nice little companion snack to munch on while you're listening to the Schwab Greatest Hits, Volume 3. Oh, I don't know. I was just thinking out loud.
Schwab Greatest Hits. Hey, Cindy and Zio. I think I saw Zio before I took off.
East of Seattle. Wow. Definitely on the total opposite end of the spectrum.
Yep.
I'm on the east side of Georgia. You'd have to go to Alaska or Hawaii to get any further.
Oh, it's a music video. Oh, okay. Hadn't heard of it.
When I see some of those skits or some of those things, I'm like, all right, now that was a good use of AI because that was pretty funny.
There was something I was watching, and they were using bugs to make it. Oh, it was how they used to make lipstick way back in the day out of rose petals. And
Oh, I
there was,
thought you were going to say something bad. Yeah, rose petals, that ain't bad.
but there was some kind of a red bug that they would use also to give it that vibrant color.
Think the ladybugs? You think that's what they were doing?
No, it didn't look like ladybugs. I don't know what kind of bug it was. And
Yeah,
they would let them dry out and crush them into a powder.
creates a pigment.
Yep,
It's wild.
it's better than some of the other stuff they're putting in makeup these days, I guess.
That's pretty bad when the crushed up bugs is on the low end of the spectrum, you know.
Right.
Like, this is ground zero. We're starting with the bugs. Yeah, I bet.
The old chicken and outdated meat picked up at grocery stores used for makeup. Yeah.
There you go. Gives it that nice fermented red tint. Extra collagen. It's collagen fortified.
Yeah, I don't use it much either, Pat. Special occasions. Depends on where I'm going.
Yeah. Sometimes you might want to step out.
Or you want to fool your doctor? I'm doing great. What are you trying to do? Give me anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think Echo knows what it is, and I don't know how you say that.
Let's see here. That is the
Cochineal? Cochineal?
cochineal insect. There you go.
I have no doctor. Well, I only have one for one reason.
Well, they told me there wasn't no cure for me, so I never went back. Said the heck with y'all. I'm still here.
Yeah. You know, and it's a tug of war because my friend, she goes to the doctor for everything. She wouldn't even be alive if she didn't. But then I don't go for anything. I don't have near the problems she has. But could it turn into, oh my goodness, all at once? I don't know. I'm not worrying about
Yeah.
it. Your free burger, Cindy.
Who's giving out free burgers?
She asked what the little numbered crowns were for. I
I don't know
think,
when they started doing that. It's been some time now.
yeah, I think it's just, yeah, rating how much you comment in the chat.
That or like maybe I don't know if it may be like an algorithm booster, you know. Somebody might say, oh man, I'm a few chats away from being in the top place or something. So I don't know, to generate a chat, I don't know.
I don't either. You know, they got to monitor everything.
Yeah, it's probably all tied in with like the little face emojis they put on the side sometimes, or you know.
I wonder if they have an algorithm of how many times I say
Yeah, they've got an algorithm for that. They've got the whole division.
Or y'all.
Or like if you ever watched Judge Judy, that was like one of the worst things to say to Judge Judy. If you ever said is not an answer. It's either yes or no. Oh man. Yeah, you could play a drinking game with her if somebody said with her. Oh man.
I agree, John. There you go. When it's my time, it's my time. I'd like to do a few things before it's my time, but not my decision.
Just a little air and opportunity.
See, Red Pill spelled it right.
What's that? There you go. Depends on where you're from. There may be a third or fourth M. You know?
I'm not going to repeat that, Indy.
What's that?
One of Virginia's saying, what's all the talk about September 24th? I have not heard that date at all. Have you?
Not specifically. Let me see.
I know you know, Indy.
It's interesting.
Thank you for being here. Do what? Did you find something?
Excuse me. Oh man. I think the UN is supposed to be having some type of meeting around that date.
Oh.
Let me see. Allegedly, it will include the UN's fourth high-level meeting on non-communicable diseases and mental health.
Nice.
Nice. That may or not be the thing, but I think that's happening somewhere around that time.
Yeah. They really pushing the disease and mental health thing.
Make kiss off.
Cindy, a good place to get jewelry is Sheena. Sheena's, oh goodness, I can't remember the whole name, but She has gemstones. She has bling. NOAA. Yeah. This year's treaty event, well, 23 to 26. Ah, lost it. In New York, in conjunction with the general debate of the landmark 18th session of the United Nations. I don't know, that sounds a little concerning to me. Wait, what's Cindy say? Trump wants the UN to buy U.S. planes and artillery to support the allied partners in times of war so the U.S. doesn't get directly involved. I don't know. We'll see. Is that one of your shorts, Red Pill? The Allied forces during World War II primarily consisted of the following key members: United Kingdom, United States, Soviet Union, China. Imagine that. Chessboard wants a Rolex. Cheap. Just don't know if we can find them cheap. I think I saw him mention that somewhere. He wanted one of them cheap Rolexes. Oh, that's about the UN. Okay, thank you, Red Pill.
And of course, next month, that'll be the 24-year anniversary of 9/11.
Oh, wow.
24 years.
That's right.
Sounds like a long time ago, but I guess for some, it probably doesn't feel that long ago.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't feel that long ago. But I'm sure for some it definitely does.
Yeah.
We used to do vigil. I don't know if it's still being done or not. We'd light a candle on the anniversary. The whole community would come together. Some had parents up there. Other family members. I know, Cindy. That's what I'm like. Those crown rankings also gain landmark. Super stickers. Oh, the crowns. Okay. Let me see if I can get it on my phone. Red Pill.
They still do that with the local power company, Georgia Power. If you I don't know how many years you're with the company, but after so many years, you get you get the option of a Rolex, or you can get the cash value of whatever that Rolex would cost. I forget how many years after so many years of service.
We have to create a kiosk to that's why I played that video at the beginning. The all to start a war. No, not to start a war, to make it look like a war. Did you see that video at the beginning?
The very beginning, I probably missed it.
Okay, I didn't see you in
Still
chat.
running amok. No, I was still running amok, getting things cleaned up, put up.
Okay. Came to my email.
Of course, food was involved, so that's the whole process, you know.
Yeah, after I play this one, I'll play a food video. She is so funny. She's like, I don't know why she's screaming though.
Some people are screamers, you know. Some people are close talkers, you know. They have to get right up on you to tell you what they have to say. It's all type of talkers.
And I've seen 2 of her shorts making stuff. And she keeps saying, this could be my last video. And her eyes will creep you out. But first we're going to show red pills. Excuse me. Okay, this doesn't sound good.
Perfect.
Seems like I've seen some of this. Okay. This doesn't sound good. Perfect. Don't like the sound of mega regions. Not.
So I'm going to show you the new map of the United States of America. And you may not be able to see this very well. We have 50 states in the United States, but this is mega regions. Mega regions. Mega regions. Mega, large. Mega regions. These are the city-states. These are large cities that are being made larger. Now remember I told you that the gray area is the wildlands. That's going to be the area that no one will have access to. And you know, I haven't told you anything about myself. I was a legal witness, an expert witness in land use and land valuation for my government, for the State Department of Transportation. Expert witness, testified in court. And I found out about this because I saw that people were not being able to use their land. And I looked behind that and I found Agenda 21. This is true. Okay, the federal government of the United States is doing this, is in process of creating mega regions, which are essentially crossing national boundaries. This is Cascadia. It used to be a portion of Washington State, Oregon State, Idaho, and Vancouver area, British Columbia in Canada. The Southern California and Texas Triangle areas include part of Mexico. This breaks national boundaries, it breaks state boundaries, it breaks county boundaries. It's also a project of the Ford Foundation and the Rockefeller Foundation. Regionalization and world government. You use trade agreements to destroy boundaries, and you actually cannot make local law that breaks those treaties.
Yikes. So we're going to be part of Mexico again?
Could be. Who knows?
Sherry, good to see you.
Yeah, I think they've.
Warehouse.
I looked up stuff like that, and I think the area I'm in, I think they classified as the, what do they call it, the Piedmont Atlantic mega region. So they say, you know, I think it breaks down to about 11 to 13. I think that's what they got it broke down into, you know.
Yeah.
Different districts. I mean, mega regions. It wouldn't be districts. Not like Hunger Games or anything like that.
See, Red Pill, that's the problem. They don't wear blue helmets anymore. They all look alike. So, yeah. Yeah. Not like the Hunger Games. Been referring to that from the beginning, kind of. Okay, now food. Let's see.
It's starting to rain a little bit harder. I don't know if you can hear it. It's too loud.
A little bit.
All right.
Hope you can hear this. How to make flour tortillas.
Video, and today I'm going to teach you how to make flour tortilla. They're soft, they're moldable, and they don't get hard. This is going to be the easiest tortilla recipe you're ever going to do in your entire life. You're going to start by kneading all-purpose flour. You're going to start with 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder makes your tortillas nice and soft. 1 teaspoon of salt. Then you're going to use ½ a cup of unsalted butter. You're going to get the butter, put it in all the ingredients, and you're going to mush it up with your hands. I want none of y'all saying, oh my God, her hands are dirty. She should put gloves on. This is my kitchen. You're going to break up the butter inside the flour. This is going to take a while. Just enjoy the moment. If you don't appreciate what you're doing, just stop making tortillas right now. This should be fun. Once it looks like sand, you have perfect consistency to start adding water. You're going to be using 1 cup of hot water. You're going to add a little bit at a time, and with your hands, you're going to smash it all together. It's going to take a while. Please have patience. I've been mashing this together for at least 5 minutes. Once it no longer sticks to your hands, you have the perfect consistency. Now what you're going to do is you're going to knead it for additional like 10 minutes. If you're already complaining, just stop making tortillas already. You're just going to massage it over and over. Flip it, massage. After you spend about 8 to 10 minutes just kneading it, put it on a countertop, and you're going to cover it with saran wrap or a kitchen towel for 20 minutes. Make sure that it is sealed. After 20 minutes have passed and it has rested, now you're going to separate your tortilla. Get your thumb and your index finger, go like this. This is going to be the perfect tortilla size. To get the perfect ball, you're going to put it on your countertop. This right here is going to give you the perfect little bolita to do about 12 tortillas. You're gonna get a little bit of flour and you're going to lightly pour them over your little bolitas. The leftover powder that's on your countertop, that's perfectly fine. You're gonna get your little bolita, you're going to put it on top of the flour, you're going to get your rolling pin and you're going to roll it out. A little bit of pressure, front, back, front, back. Once your tortilla looks about this big, this is the perfect size for you to start cooking it. You need to cook it on a very hot pan. Will they look perfectly round? Probably not. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay. When your pan is really hot, you're going to place in your tortilla no more than like 20 to 30 seconds on each side. It starts to bubble up. That's how you know you're doing it right. The steam from the inside of the tortilla is cooking the inside as well. Look at that perfection right there. This is gonna be my last video, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make.
And that's how you do it. I don't know what's up with the eyes. When I saw them, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, she's got several shorts. She tells you how to make different things. The other one is chocolate horchatas. So I save all these recipes in my Facebook Messenger. It's full of food stuff.
Thought she had a black eye till I realized it was her eyelash.
And in each video, it's in a different place on her eye. I don't know. I don't know how she stands there to be so serious while she's doing that, looking like that.
Probably how I would be if I did a cooking video, just minus the eyelash. And why is he yelling? He's just making ravioli, you know? What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is catchy. It gets people talking about it. They just say, hey, did you see this? See this crazy video where this one eyelash lady was making the tortillas? Like, no, send it to me. You know?
Oh, but they look so good. I need to make some again.
Oh, I do. I love a good fresh tortilla.
And she didn't use a press. And I never have either. That's why I don't have one.
Yeah, I mean, you can, but you don't have to. You know, it ain't.
Yep.
Especially if you're just making them around the house, they ain't got to be perfect. You know, you ain't got Gordon Ramsay coming over for dinner.
That's right.
Shoot, there was times my mom, well, she would make biscuits or cornbread, but there was a lot of times like for breakfast, instead of just making each individual biscuit, she'd form it out and bake it and just be one big biscuit loaf, you know? And you just cut you off a slab, however big you can handle, you know?
Oh, wow. A biscuit loaf?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, she just kind of form it out kind of uniform and just bake it. Yeah.
These comments are crazy.
It's never a bad time for tacos.
Maybe the tacos will wink at you. Now I'm hungry for a one eyelash sandwich.
See?
Tortilla right out of Lopez.
Whoever finds the eyelash is the winner.
Have you ever had a horchata?
Have you ever had what?
Horchatas?
Horchata? No, I've never had the horchata. Um,
They're really good, actually.
I bet.
I'll get her channel for y'all. See. Share.
Yeah, there's this one Hispanic place I like to go to sometimes, and yeah, they have all those different type of drinks and stuff they mix and make up.
I
I
have
remember
no,
one time it was pretty good. It was like some type of like mango and something else smoothie. That was pretty good, and it was refreshing.
yeah, I could understand that.
Damn, you had me at cheesecake. Mm, I just got the sweet sweats. Dang.
Lauren, hey.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with peanut butter and cheesecake.
Right?
Mm.
But you gotta have rice to make Mexican food. Chessboard.
I thought you were about to say you got to have rice to make cheesecake. What kind of cheesecake you been having? I think you had rice pudding.
Rice pudding cheesecake. Mm.
I don't know about that one. Maybe where I draw the line on the cheesecake.
No, it's not really called one. I just put that. Oh, chessboard, you gotta take. Uh, if I could make you Spanish rice. Mm-mm. Nope, that's not it. Oh no, I gave y'all the wrong one. Turn it. Okay. What is her channel called? Her channel is called Annette Freckles. Let me see. How do I go to her channel? There we go. Nope, not that. Nope. Oh, I messed that all up. Okay. That didn't do good. Refresh. Give me her channel. There we go. Copy. Virginia. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Oh, it's not telling me I didn't. Guess I did. There she is. Tacos. I'm gonna put the link. See if Virginia comes up. No, we're gonna be closing early. Winking tacos. Okay, we're coming up with a new thing. Clinky chinch cut. It's possible, Jerry. He won't cooperate, that's for sure.
I can hear you right, even though it's raining.
Um, all right. Y'all have the link for backstage. I'm closing it up.
Good night, everybody.
Y'all have a good one. Thanks for joining us. If you didn't see the video at the beginning, go back. Pretty telling. Not a doomer. I'm just saying, look at all avenues before you make a decision on what you're seeing, what you're hearing. Yeah, Mary got it. Yeah, have a good night. God bless you. And see you next time.